That's Tim McGraw in Southern Voice. It's his new one.
It is.
On 103.5 WEZL on his anniversary today, by the way. He and Faith married how many years?
They got married in 96.
96. 13 years married today. That was huge news when it happened, too.
Oh, man. What are you talking about?
That was like the prince and the princess got married, you know?
Yeah. You're exactly right.
And I think they really actually both became much bigger stars.
Well, they were on tour.
Because they were married.
They were on tour with that internal combustion tour or whatever the name of that thing was.
And that's apparently what happened.
And they fell in love and ended up getting married and still married. And
Tim's still successful.
Yeah, Tim is. Faith is still doing some
she's
stuff.
Semi-retired.
She's kind of out of the limelight now.
She's watching them babies, driving them to school.
That's right. That's
Wrong
right.
with that?
That's right. Tim McGraw, who sang about cicadas in that, which, you know, he says I'm a Southern voice. It looks to me like, because I grew up calling them katydids.
Katydids.
Cicada is the
formal name?
Formal name. No, nobody calls them. Have you ever heard them called cicadas?
I've never heard. Well, I can't say that I haven't heard. I've heard the word cicada, but I don't think I've ever seen one.
You've never seen those?
And I've never heard
those
katydid.
You've never heard katydid?
Never heard katydid.
Really?
You
never have?
Never seen those big old bug skins on the trees, you know, where the bug splits out of it and it leaves
I hadn't noticed, no. And the sound that you guys described.
Every night.
I always thought that was either crickets or, you know, the palmetto bugs or whatever.
Well, certain times, yeah. I mean, they stay buried. They're in the dirt for, I don't know, I guess all year. No, it's like every 7 years or something like that. They come out of the ground. Oh. They go underground and bury and grow, and then they come out of the ground and they make this noise. And I think this is the year for them. Is this not the 7th year?
I don't know about that.
I think it is.
That sounds like something you just made up again. But then, you know, I'll go look it up on Wikipedia.
They come out of the ground about once every 5 or 7 years. I don't remember exactly. And then they make this incredible racket while they mate for about 3 months. Mm-hmm. They die. And then when the newborns come out, they go back in the ground, and they come out of the ground 7 years from now and do it all over again.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. It's something like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a bug guy.
I'm now convinced that you are the author of all things on Wikipedia.
You think I'm the one who writes all that stuff on Wikipedia. I think you're the one.
That way when I go to check it, I go, well, you know what? He's right.
What's it say? On Wikipedia, under katydid.
Oh, they got a whole bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just talks about
Did they verify anything I just said? Because I'm just pulling it out here. I'm just trying
to... They have a long life cycle, 13 to 17 years. They emerge in large numbers.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes they're called locusts. I never knew they were called locusts.
Europe.
Yeah, that's where...
Hang on
in
here.
Burma, Latin America, the Congo.
Weasel, good morning.
Hey,
good
morning.
You're on the radio.
Okay, I'll just let you know. Aren't those called locusts?
Locusts?
According to this that I'm reading online, they are sometimes called locusts.
Well, I didn't know a locust and a katydid was the same thing.
I didn't either.
That's what I've always called them. I've always called them a locust overseas. I mean, that's what we've always heard them. And then you have those little hard plastic, clear-looking shells that's stuffed on tires and trees.
Exactly.
But I've
always called them a locust.
It also goes on to say that they're unrelated to true locusts, which are a kind of grasshopper.
Mm. Well, see, now that's kind of in the Bible. The ones that ate up Jerusalem and stuff.
But they are related to leaf hoppers and spittle bugs.
Weasel, good morning. You're on the radio.
Good morning, son.
Oh, Lord, Mayor, be careful.
Well, no, I know I'm live. I got you, though. I got you covered this time.
All right, help me out.
All right, a katydid is like a grasshopper that's kind of flat in the back by the abdomen and got real high legs up.
Uh-huh.
All right, the locust comes up out the ground and makes its hard shell around it and comes out of it as an adult, goes out and raises hell, like you said.
Yeah, make all that racket and stuff.
I mean, boy, they'll wake you up in the middle of the night.
Is this the year they come out?
I don't know nothing about them years coming out. I see them all the time out there in the swamp.
Well, all right. Thanks for saying that's our bug expert from the Big Blue Bus. Weasel, good morning. You're on the radio.
Yeah, you guys are talking about cicadas, right? Not locusts?
Yeah, we're talking about cicadas.
Yeah, they actually have the larval stage takes 7 years for them to mature in the ground.
Yeah.
But they come around every year.
So it's a different crop of them that come around every year.
Yeah, that's why you hear them every summer, because it's just that was their 7th year.
And then they come out and they make that racket and they mate and they die, and then the new ones go in the ground.
That's what they do.
Well, let's see. That's the story I thought too. But a locust is that's a different.
It's like a grasshopper, like a giant grasshopper.
Yeah, that's a different thing. Yeah, that's the one like the bugs that ate Jerusalem.
Yep.
Yeah, got you, man.
That's not a locust at all. It's a cicada.
And now, cicada and a katydid the same thing?
You know what? I don't know about that.
Yeah, okay. Well, all right, man. Thanks for calling. All right, well, there you go.
Can they hurt you? I mean, do they bite? Or
that's our
they
bug
like
lesson.
Gnats, or they moose?
Well, you know, if they get on you and latch onto you, they'll stay there till they come out of that shell.
See, you just made that part up, but I'll probably find it here because you write Wikipedia.
No, they don't hurt you. They just make noise and make babies and die.
Well, there has to be a purpose for them. I mean,
it's like the love bug.
It's other bugs.
It's like the love bugs that come around here every year. They do nothing but mate and die, and then once they grow up, they come out and they mate and they die. That's all they do. They mate and they die.
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that. I'm telling you, that's just
There has to be a reason that they exist, though.
Well, then they die, and then other bugs eat them. They become food for other bugs.
Okay, well, then that would be their purpose.
Well, cicada, I don't know. That's an awful big bug for somebody to be eating on.
It didn't look that big.
Huh?
That's a big bug.
That's a big old. It's about that big.
Big wings.
Well, something will eat it. I mean, you're not talking about like a T-Rex big. I mean, you're just using your fingers there.
Yeah, it's about that big. That's a big bug.
That's 2 inches.
Well, that's a big bug.
Something will eat that.
735. Bradley probably would.
He probably would.
Yeah, if it's 25 till. Well, there you go. There's your bug lesson this morning. And if you need more details, you can go on Wikipedia, and you'll find everything that I just told you is true because I wrote it. Thank you very much. That's it.
Now, Weasel Time Saver Traffic.